Okay, put your headphones on. Literally. Go grab your AirPods or whatever you use, because we're about to talk about how music went from scratchy wax cylinders to streaming 100 million songs from a cloud. The way we listen to music has changed more in the last 100 years than in the previous 5,000. And honestly, each generation thinks their format is the best and everything else is trash. But let's be real vinyl heads. Cassette stands, CD purists, and Spotify playlists all have one thing in common. We just love music. Let's trace the evolution. Before recorded music, the only way to hear a song was to be in the same room as someone playing it. That's it. If you wanted to hear Beethoven's Fifth, you had to find an orchestra and be there in person. Wild to think about. Then, in 1877, Thomas Edison invented the phonograph. The first machine that could record and play back sound. Edison recorded himself reciting "Mary Had a Little Lamb," and it was the first time humanity had ever captured audio. The wax cylinder was born. It was scratchy, it was low quality, and it only held about 2 minutes of audio. But it was magic. The gramophone and shellac records came next. 78 revolutions per minute records that could hold about 5 minutes per side. They were fragile, heavy, and sounded like listening through a pillow. But the music industry was born. People could buy music and play it at home. Sheet music sales plummeted. Record stores appeared. The way we consumed music had changed forever. Then in 1948, Columbia Records dropped the vinyl LP. 33 1/3 RPM, 12 inches wide, up to 22 minutes per side. The sound quality was dramatically better, the records were nearly unbreakable, and album art became a thing. The vinyl era was the golden age of physical music. Album covers became art. Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper, Nirvana's Nevermind. These aren't just albums, they're cultural artifacts. Vinyl made music tangible. You held the music in your hands. But vinyl was bulky. You couldn't take it with you. Enter the transistor radio in the 1950s. Suddenly music was portable. Kids could listen to rock and roll in their bedrooms without their parents knowing. The transistor radio is basically the reason rock music became a youth rebellion thing. Parents hated Elvis. Kids loved him. The portability of music created generational divides. The 1960s brought the 8-track tape, the first truly portable music format for cars. It was clunky, sounded average, and you couldn't rewind easily. But you could listen to albums in your car. Then the cassette tape arrived and absolutely dominated. The Sony Walkman in 1979 changed everything. You could walk down the street with your favorite music playing in your ears. The Walkman was the first truly personal music device. Before it, listening to music was mostly a shared experience. After it, music became personal, intimate, yours. Cassettes also let you make mixtapes. If you made someone a mixtape in the 80s or early 90s, that was basically a love confession. Took hours. You had to record songs off the radio or from other tapes, timing everything perfectly. The mixtape was the ultimate expression of, "I care about you." There's no TikTok playlist that hits the same as a carefully crafted mixtape. Then 1982, the compact disc. CDs were revolutionary. No hiss, no crackle, no tape wear. Perfect digital sound that never degraded. You could skip to any track instantly. 74 minutes of audio on a shiny silver disc. The first CD pressed was Billy Joel's 52nd Street. The CD killed vinyl and cassettes. By the 90s, everyone had a CD collection. Tower Records was the place to be. CD binders were essential accessories. And the CD Walkman meant you could take your digital music anywhere. But the real revolution was coming. The MP3. In the mid-90s, a compression format called MP3 made it possible to fit CD-quality songs into a fraction of the space. And Napster arrived in 1999. File sharing exploded. Suddenly you could get any song for free. The music industry panicked. Metallica sued Napster. Lars Ulrich became the villain of the internet era. But the genie was out of the bottle. People wanted digital music, and they wanted it now. Apple dropped the iPod in 2001. 1,000 songs in your pocket. The click wheel was iconic. The white earbuds became a status symbol. The iPod wasn't the first MP3 player, but it was the best. And it paved the way for iTunes, the first legal digital music store. Steve Jobs convinced the record labels to sell songs for 99 cents each. Single song purchases instead of entire albums. This changed the economics of music forever. Albums started dying. Singles became king. But even the iPod was just a transition. The iPhone in 2007 meant you didn't need a separate music player anymore. Your phone was your music library, and streaming was right around the corner. Spotify launched in 2008. The idea was simple. Pay a monthly fee and get access to every song ever made. No downloads, no storage, no piracy. Just streaming. The industry was skeptical at first, but Spotify proved the model worked. Now there are over 500 million Spotify users. Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. Everyone has a streaming service. Music ownership is basically dead. Nobody buys albums anymore. We rent music for $10 a month. The numbers are staggering. Spotify has over 100 million songs. Every day, 120,000 new tracks are uploaded. You could listen to music 24 hours a day for 10,000 years and never hear everything. The access is unlimited. But paradoxically, music feels more disposable than ever. Albums don't dominate culture the way they used to. TikTok songs go viral for 15 seconds and are forgotten. The playlist is the new album format. AI is now making music. Suno and Udio can generate complete songs from text prompts. Complete with lyrics, vocals, and instrumentation. You type a sad country song about a dog, and 30 seconds later you have a fully produced track. The quality is improving fast. Soon we might not need human musicians at all for background music, library tracks, or even pop hits. But then again, AI can't replicate the soul of a live performance, the electricity of a crowd, or the emotion of a songwriter pouring their heart out after a breakup. Maybe it can imitate, but create? That's debatable. The hardware has evolved too. From giant gramophones with brass horns to pocket-sized smartphones. From scratchy tin earbuds to noise-canceling wireless headphones that sound better than professional studio monitors from 20 years ago. AirPods are everywhere. Sony WH-1000X series is the gold standard. Lossless audio is available for anyone who cares through Apple Music and Tidal. High-res streaming exists. Spatial audio with Dolby Atmos creates a 3D soundstage in your ears. We have never had better access to better-sounding music at lower prices. The live music experience has evolved too. From small club gigs to stadium tours that generate hundreds of millions of dollars. Taylor Swift's Eras tour generated over $1 billion. $1 billion. Concerts are streamed live to millions. The line between recorded and live music is blurring. Artists make more from touring than from recorded music now. Streaming may pay pennies, but a sold-out tour pays millions. Think about the journey. From Edison shouting into a wax cylinder to Spotify recommending you a song you didn't know you needed. From 78 revolutions per minute records that shattered if you dropped them to AI-generated music that writes itself. From gathering around a phonograph to walking around with the entire history of recorded music in your pocket. The evolution of music technology mirrors the evolution of technology itself. Each format killed the last one. Vinyl killed wax. Cassettes killed 8 tracks. CDs killed vinyl. MP3s killed CDs. Streaming killed everything. And yet vinyl is still alive. Cassettes are making a comeback. People miss the physical, the tangible, the ritual of music. And that's the thing about music. The format doesn't matter. A great song sounds great on a wax cylinder, a transistor radio, a CD, or Spotify. The technology changes. The music stays. So next time you hit shuffle on your 5,000 song playlist, remember you're standing on the shoulders of Thomas Edison, the Sony Walkman engineer, and the Napster developers. Music is technology, and technology is music. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if this hit different. Keep listening.